Who's taking the gold line all the way to the Golden Globes on Sunday? How's that?
Well played, Sam Rubin.
Oh, my gosh. One of the scariest characters on primetime. 2 Emmys to prove it. Golden Globe 2, maybe lost. Michael Emerson is here. Ben Linus. No one knew that you'd be so extraordinarily evil.
Yeah, you don't have that evil
You don't
look.
strike us as evil.
And I may well not be.
Could you be just misunderstood?
I think the jury's out on the sort of moral standing of my character. I have played truly evil villains in my day, but Benjamin Linus on Lost he's somewhere in the middle.
Ooh, that's always that
Gray area.
Netherland. Let me ask you this, and people watching may not be familiar with this. Right now, there's a gathering in Los Angeles. It's called the TCA, the Television Critics Tour. This is where all the news about Simon came out, all the news about the late night stuff. You were there yesterday.
Yes.
What's that like? It's a hotel room. You walk in.
It's a madhouse. You go in and they've taken over an entire giant luxury hotel, and every room is a little boiler room of intense press activity, and someone takes you by the hand and just leads you from room to room. You do photographs, you do panel discussions, you do roundtables, you do one-on-ones. It's truly dizzying.
And the thing that I think must be so difficult is everybody wants to know stuff. Of course, the end of Lost, as we understand it, this season, wants to know stuff that you may or may not know, and you certainly can't tell.
I generally don't know, and I certainly cannot tell. So it becomes a sort of acting job. I know the text already. My job is to try to make it fresh and seem like it's the first time I've ever heard that question.
Which is the challenge, yes.
What are there specific things people are most curious about?
Well, people think that they're curious to find out the answers to the big mysteries of the show. But I always tell them, you don't really want to know that. Because once the mysteries are gone, then there's no landscape. There's nothing there. The show's over. So it's just a thing they feel obliged to pursue.
And some of your colleagues, some of your cast members have said, even when it quote-unquote wraps, I mean, we'll see final episodes all the way till May, I imagine, but
Yeah.
you finish up, what, in April?
Yeah.
That you know when they say it's done, it's never done. They'll call you back and say, whoops, wait, we need to shoot this, we need to shoot that.
Well, that's possible. I mean, until the last episode airs, we're still game. You know, it's still at play.
Having these Emmys in your hand, Golden Globes on Sunday, always people describe that as the most fun of all these events.
I've been told that. I've never been.
And to that end, having never been and having won other things, do you go in wanting to come home with it? Does it matter? Or, I mean...
The whole process of show business awards is so dizzying to me. I never know rightly whether to wish for it or not. I will get dressed up. I will go to the party. I suppose it would be a nice thing to win. I'll roll with that if it happens.
And for the uninitiated, this was initially just supposed to be, like, how many episodes? A guest thing?
I was originally engaged to do 3 or so episodes. I guess it was by way of a sort of test, and I apparently passed the test. I think they were as much testing the character as they were me, and had I not worked out, I think they could have easily killed me and gone to Plan B.
Well, Plan A remains very much in effect. Benjamin Linus, what's he going to pull off? Michael Emerson, thank you very much. Lost's final season premieres February 2nd on ABC, and unfortunately he has not spilled anything, but we're still like, we're going to keep trying.
Out of it.
The staffers are working.
You know what I did like, though? He said you have to keep the mystery alive to keep the show interesting.
Yeah.
So we really should try to keep some mystery alive.
Keep the negligee on. All right, thanks for sharing that. Thanks, Michael. On the way.